Hi everybody, welcome. Tammy from Tammy's Homesteading Crafts. Today we are in the knitting room YouTube corner where I come to you a couple times a month for talking about my knitting projects. We have a lot to go over. Today is, I believe it's episode 36 of the knitting podcast. If not, it'll be down below, but I think it is episode 36. We have a lot to go over. We have some new stuff into the shop. We have a finished object. We have to announce our winner is one of the things we need to do. So let's just get into this. So before we get started, I just want to welcome everybody to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for all of you who have supported me for the last 2 years of doing this podcast. I appreciate it. It really warms my heart that you guys come each week and watch the videos that I put out. For those of you who this might be the very first video you're watching, I hope you enjoy the content. We do a lot of different videos here on this channel. I do a knitting podcast. I try to do some gardening, some preserving, and a little bit of cooking with some knitting tips that I feel might be helpful. So if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. It does benefit me by you subscribing to my channel. Okay, so let's get into the normal podcast that we do. Okay, so the first thing we usually do in these knitting podcasts is I usually will talk about what's new on the website and then go into our finished objects and then our current whips, any acquisitions that we have bought, and then where you can find us over the next couple of weeks. Well, the first thing I want to do before I get into any of that, I want to announce the winner from our 2-year membership, not membership, 2 years of doing this podcast on YouTube. I just want to, on the screen, I will put the person's name because I screenshot it and I use my phone to video. So we don't have, I can't show it to you because it's on my phone. But I will put the screenshot of that person who won on the screen here. If you are the winner, congratulations, and reach out to me. You can send me an email from the email linked below. It is tammyshomesteadingcrafts@gmail.com. Let me know. That way you are contacting me for your prize, and then I can get your address and we can get it shipped out to you. Also, just for those of you who might end up getting a notification, I will never, when I do a giveaway, ever ask for your credit card information, ever ask for payment of any type. If I am doing a promotion, it is going to be a giveaway and there is never going to be any money exchange. So if you get something like that, please inform me and let me know that you are getting that so that I can take it to the authorities and let them deal with it, because somebody will have hacked and is trying to get information from you. So please keep that in mind. If you ever get anything like that from me, anytime that I'm doing these, I try not to put that it's a giveaway in the description. So it's not going to, I'm not going to label it as a giveaway. I am going to put winner announced on the top of the headline for this one, so that if you possibly don't watch the videos every week and you entered for the giveaway, I want you guys to know that this is the week that the giveaway is being announced. I do know it's been almost a month since I started running the giveaway, but I wanted to give people time to enter. So yes, so the winner is, I will put that here now. so please reach out to me and let me know so that I can get this package sent out to you. In the package, we are going to be giving away, and I'm not going to show what it is, but you will be getting a wristlet bag, a one-of-a-kind wristlet bag of mine, a notions pouch, which will be a one-of-a-kind notions pouch. Inside the notions pouch, it will be filled with all sorts of goodies, different things that we have in the shop here, some stuff that I've picked up, some stuff that I think is, that I like, that I think is cool, and I hope you guys enjoy. And also, you will be getting a skein of finger and weight yarn from Cornbread Honey. So if you are the winner and you want this caked, please let me know in your email so that I can cake it for you before I ship it to you. If you don't want it caked, that's fine. But if you do want it caked, I will be more than happy to do that, so just let me know. Okay, so let's move on to what is going on, the new things that we have onto the website. Okay, so on the website, we had posted on Instagram, and that's also, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram and Facebook, my links are down below. I do post a lot more there with notifications of everything that is going on social media. I do that a little bit more than I get to post it on YouTube. But so I put a link out the other day that I was in the sewing room. It was a rainy day and I was getting some stuff made. So here are some of the bags that I have made. I got a bunch of one-of-a-kind design wristlet bags. We have a little raccoon. We have the Highland cow in a wheelbarrow with some daisies. We got a cute little cow in a bucket, some water. And I'm thinking this is a otter. I'm not really sure. It might be a beaver. The tail doesn't look like a beaver, so I'm thinking it might be an otter. I don't know. He's a cute little critter. I do know this is an otter. And he's cute too. Oh, maybe I might be holding them too high. I hope I'm not. But these are the wristlet bags that snap together here at the bottom. Oops. And then the snaps actually come off so that if you don't want the handle, you don't have to have the handle on there and you can just snap the bag together. So those are the wristlets that I have available in the shop, and those are a one-of-a-kind design. They will be under the one-of-a-kind or limited design. I believe it's labeled limited designs. There's only one of them, so when they're gone, they're gone. I only make one of these ones, and I like the idea of only one person having that design. Okay, so we ended up getting some other ones, and actually it could be done as a set if you wanted it to. You could have the wristlet and then you could have the medium. Now these are a medium tall, so they are the size, the width of my medium bag, but they are the height of a large bag. So they are a nice big size bag. You can easily get 4 skeins of yarn down in the bottom of that bag, plus a project. I've done a couple of shawls in my project. I worked on my rocket tee in my project, and I carried all of my, because I have one of this size, and I carried all of the yarn that I needed for my rocket tee inside of this. And I still had plenty of room. And I would even slide my tablet down in the inside of it when I went places so that I had my pattern with me. But so we have in all of these have a matching wristlet. So we have the raccoon. We have our Highland cow in the wheelbarrow. And again, it's a nice wide bottom. They all have drawstrings. And they also have the key tag on the inside. But yeah, so we have the Highland cows. We have, like I said, I'm not sure if it's a little otter or what kind of critter it is, but we have him. He's cute. We have our little cow in the pail. She's cute too. And then we have this one I do know is a little, you know, he actually might be a beaver, but I think he's an otter. Otter, beaver. I can't see his tail, so I have no idea. But yeah, little cute guy. So those are the newest bags that I have inside on the website. They will be active way before this video airs. But oh, I didn't tell you, today is April 29th. So yeah, so they'll definitely be available before this airs. But that's all for the bags. And there might be even more bags. You know, it's been nice out and I want to get outside and I don't want to spend 2 or 3 hours in the evening. So I'm trying to wait for when it rains so that I can spend my time in the house when it's raining sewing, since I can't go outside. So I've been trying to enjoy being outside as much as I possibly can. Okay, so the next few things we got some new stitch stoppers on the website. These we've had, and they've just been out of stock for the longest time. So this has been restocked. There's blue, pink, and purple of these. So they have been restocked into the website. Then my newest ones that I got, these are some gnomes, and they are coffee gnomes. So I got a couple of these and didn't get many of these, just got a few of them for in the website. And then the last one I think is really cute. These are heart-shaped balls of yarn with needles that have hearts on the top of them. And it says made with love. So these are also in the website. So if you are interested in any of these, stop on over and pick them up. The next new thing that we are going to have in the website, I was talking to a couple of people and they had asked me before and I had said no, I really didn't want to. And then I thought, you know, maybe I need to revisit this again because I've had multiple people ask me, with my yarn cozies, do I make any that will hold a mini skein? So that is a 20-gram skein of yarn. Do I have any? Where's my little, do I have a mini skein here? Yes. So it would be one of these skeins that it would hold when it's caked up. And I hadn't. So I decided I would try to see if I could figure it out and get that to work. And I was able to. So we now have mini skein yarn cozies in the shop. They will be available on the website. By the time this airs, I'll have some made and put on the website. Don't have a lot, working to get more material to make some different ones, but that's one of them. And then the next thing that I decided to make was a 50-gram skein holder. There's a lot of people out there, now I do it myself, that I take a 100-gram skein of yarn and I cake it into 2 50-gram cakes, and I use them for making socks. Well, the 100-gram skein, it holds it, but it does allow it to fall out. So I ended up making a 50-gram cake holder yarn cozy as well. So we have these in the shop. Of course, these are my tester ones, the ones that I just tried to see if they would fit and work. And of course, these will be mine because it was a tester, but now that I know the sizes, I can make more of them. So again, these will be put into the shop. So this is going to be a mini skein holder, and then this is going to be like an extra small for a 50-gram cake. And then of course I'll have my small, my medium, and my large on top of that inside there. They will be under the same. So if you have the shamrock ones in the website, the sizes that are available will be underneath that. So if you're looking for the macaroons, when you go to the macaroon, you will be able to see what is available in this pattern itself. That way I don't have to put all mini skeins in a different pattern or in a different thing. They will just get added to what we already have. So it'll be mini skein, which is to do your 20 gram mini. That'll hold a 20 gram mini. And then you will do and I think these are 50 grams. Let me put my glasses on because I think these are 50 grams. Yes. So this extra small would be holding a 50 gram cake. So that's what I have going into the website as of now. So that is all of the updating that I have on the website. Got a lot of stuff going on. Got a lot of things going everywhere. So, okay, let's go into, we have one finished object. Let's talk about that. Okay, so for my finished object, I got my Tunisian cowl done. Turned out really well. I like it. Pattern was really, really super easy to follow. It was very, I was really touched. I ended up, you know, every week when I do my video and I show my projects, I tag the pattern that I'm using. As long as it is, even if it's not free in Ravelry, I will tag the pattern so that if somebody wants it, they can purchase it, whatever. The person who wrote this pattern, Nicole, reached out to me and on YouTube and, you know, complimented me on my cowl. It's really a nice pattern. I loved it. It was very easy to follow. Very well written pattern. The only thing I know, and this is a me issue, not anything to do with the pattern, and this is probably why I don't crochet, because I don't know how to count my crochet stitches, and I grow. So, yeah, it just kept growing. It would start, and then I realized it was growing, so then it went back, and then it went like this again, and it went back. It was just wavy. So I was able to stitch it up and kind of make my seam look decent enough. And it doesn't look bad from the inside either. I was able to make it look okay. But yeah, when it was laying flat, it was just really, really uneven. But yeah, I was never really taught how to count my stitches, so I don't know how to count them, and I keep adding stitches to it. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful cowl. I love that stitch. Very, very elegant and very easy to follow for a really new beginner Tunisian crochet person. So, I mean, it did say that it was more advanced, but the directions were very, very clear, and I was able to follow it. So if you have any crochet knitting experience, you would be able to follow this pattern. Very, very easy. But yes, I got this finished. Love it. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but you know, it's done and it's been blocked. So it is all ready to go. It's probably just going to go in my bin of stuff that I've made to possibly use for gifts. But that is my one and only finished object. Okay, so let's get into our current whips. Okay, so our first whip that we're going to talk about is going to be our daily knit shawl. We've got some work done. We got some work done on it. We've changed colors twice since I posted last. So we are now into a different color. Yeah, I like it a little bit better now that it's changing colors quicker. I'm still over a month behind. I'm at like March 26th on that day. But yeah, I mean, I finished with this color, and then I did this white color to try to break it up, and then I had this turquoise, and it's not real long, there's not a lot of that color, so hopefully it'll go kind of fast. But like I said the last time, I think I'm going to start breaking up my skeins because a lot of my skeins are relatively large, and I'm going to break them up so that I don't put so much in at a time since I'm holding it double, even if I have to put them in at a later date. But yeah, I definitely want to change colors more frequently so that it's more of a stripy instead of more of a block pattern. But been working on that, had a couple of meetings that I was able to get some stuff done on them, so I have been working on that, and I will get some things hopefully soon. I'll be able to sit down and really work on it. Like I said, I don't work on that until I'm up here in my office, and a lot of times if I'm not actually working and in a meeting, I'm getting something cut out to sew, or I'm actually sewing or something else. I just don't have just don't sit down to look at that calendar to start doing anything. But so then the next project that I have, I will talk about, well, let's talk about this one. We will talk about my Easy V sweater. Really doing good on this. I am just in the round. Separated for sleeves last time. Didn't get a whole lot done. This is where I started last time. When I podcasted, I put a thing in it right away. That's where I was at. So I got, an inch done on it. Not a whole lot, but, it's one of those things I just, like I said before, it's not something that I need to work on right now because I'm not going to be wearing it anytime soon, but I do want to get it done so that when fall comes, I can absolutely start wearing it, because that's the whole point of making sweaters and stuff in the off season so that they're ready for when you need them during the season. But nobody thinks about that. We think about knitting our wardrobe while we're in that season, and by the time we get it done, we can barely wear it. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. Just plugging along on that. It's gonna come along good. Like I said, it's one of these projects that I can sit down and, I'm trying to work on each project every day, a little bit each time, every day, so that I can get them done and get progress done on all of them. But that's where I'm at with that. Going along good. It's just, it's going to take a little bit of time because it is a sweater. Once I get the body almost done to where I feel it's long enough, I will cast on for the sleeves, and then I will start doing the sleeves, and I will do them 2 at a time, and we will get them going, and then do the color work on the sleeves and get the sleeves to the exact length that we need them. Then we will finish the body of the sweater with the ribbing and everything, because I have a feeling that if I finish the sweater, I would end up having a lot of, it would be too short and I wouldn't wear it. And I've already knit this once. I don't want to have to reknit it. So I want it to fit me right the first time. And we are not going to ruin this one this time. Okay, so this project is my Stormy Sky shawl. It is going along really good. This is with my Cornbread Honey birthday yarn that I got. It was the special yarn she dyed for her 9th birthday. So I've just been working on this, trying to get this done. It's a relatively very big, airy shawl. Yeah, just working on it. I have found that I cannot take this when I go to different places to knit groups because I tend to not remember where I'm at. So this is another one that I have to keep at home. I try to make sure I do at least one 4-row repeat, and there's 4 sections in the repeat that is there. So I try to make sure I do one of those every couple of days, so the shawl is growing and it's actually looking like it's going to get done soon. I'm a little over halfway on the skein of yarn. So, and there is like 168 rows that you have to do for like 400 and some stitches. So it's going to start getting to be long, and it's going to be like, oh, I'll do part 1, I'll do section 1, then I'll do section 2. You know, and it'll be that I won't get as much done because you'll be going over so many stitches that it'll take you a long time to get each row done. But I'm working on it. It is getting there. It'll be done soon. I mean, it's a relatively easy knit if you can keep track where you're at. I don't necessarily have to look at the pattern because I have the pattern memorized, but I don't always know what row I just finished. And sometimes I do the same row twice. So I've decided that I can't take it with me when I go to knit groups because if I'm talking, I can't pay attention to what I'm doing. So that's another one that I need to do while I'm at home. So those are the oldest whips that I have. Those are the 3 that I've had for a while working on. I have 2 new whips that I started. One I started, did I start that one? The 16th or 17th, I started the one. And then I started the next one on the 23rd. Got quite a bit of knitting done. So let me talk about the first one that I started. I am doing a cotton rocket tee. I got this cotton sock yarn from Hobby, and it is in different, rainbow colors. I started with the burgundy at the top. Now I'm into like the rose. They've got a little bit of a variegation into them, so they're not completely 100% solid. But yeah, I've already got the back. It's already sectioned off for sleeves, and I'm just in the section where it's just knit in the round. I am not doing the the design on the side this time. I just figured I would not do that. I did the raglan sleeves, but yeah, love it. It is really, really fun. My next color is going to be this purple. It is color 216 in their Cotton Kings. Yeah, and then after that is this blue, and that is color 215. And when I get this done, I should be the length that I want it. And then I'm going to take this gray, and I'm going to do the ribbing on the bottom and the I-cords on the sleeve and the neck with this gray to kind of finish it all off. That is my plan. Hopefully it looks as good as I think it's going to when I get to that point. But yeah, I am liking how it is looking, and it's, right now it's a mindless knit. I'm able to just sit and knit and not really pay attention to what I'm doing. I don't have any rows to count. I just know that I have to go 15 inches from under the arm. So then once I get a certain spot, I can measure I know I'm going to go through the pink and all of the purple and get into the blue way before I have to measure. And I might finish, depending on where that measurement is, I might just finish the whole blue out, and then where it lands, I will do, depending if I need length, I'll do either a ribbing on the bottom, or I'll just do what it calls for is the I-cord on the bottom. Depends on if I need more length for the sweater, for the t-shirt itself. Being that it is cotton, I want it for a summer shirt. I don't want it as long because I probably won't wear it with leggings. I will probably wear it with shorts, and I don't need it super long like my other one was. So see where we're at with length on that, and we'll go from there. But number 1. And then I started another. So this one is the one I started on the 23rd of April. And we are not quite in the same spot, but we have gotten it in the round, and we've got the sleeves sectioned off. So I did 1 row after I sectioned off the sleeves, and then I put it down and started working on something else. But yeah, we are doing really good with this. I am doing 2 skeins of finger and weight yarn with this, and I'm alternating every 4 rows. So I have my Lake Erie, and this is from Dime Edge Yarns. And then I have In Your Dreams, and this is Emma's yarn. So I'm just taking them, and every 4 rows I'm alternating to the next color. So it's kind of doing a little bit of a stripey thing. It almost is hard to know where the stripes are. It almost looks like it's supposed to be doing that. So, and that's kind of what I wanted it to do. Wanted to look like that's what it's supposed to look like. But yeah, actually love the colors. I'm really looking forward to this. I have I don't know what I'm going to do for my I-cord around the top of that, because I probably want a different color. But yeah, I've got some, I bought all those mini skeins for that. But yeah, I got a ton of mini skeins that I got with my Advent from Cornbread and Honey. So I just have to sit down and figure out which one might be the right color, and it might be that it's a really light color that might stand out. I don't know. We're going to see. We've got a lot of different mini skeins here that we can go through and look at, and we will figure out which one might be our color that we're going to use. Who knows? We got 25 of them to look at, so I'm sure I can find one that will put enough of a contrast on it that it'll look really cool to have that I-cord around the outside. But yeah, again, this one I'm not going to make as long because I would like it for a possible summer t-shirt as well. But those are all of my whips that I got, that I've been working on. Like I said, I had 2 new ones. Got quite a bit of knitting done on those. I have the yarn that I got, that I used for my friendship shawl, I have that caked up for socks. I just have not started them. But those might get put on the needles, and those are something else that I take when I go to knit groups, because I can knit socks without actually doing too much of it. And if I get to the point where I need to do the heel flap, I can stop and do something else, and then I can do the heel flap, heel turn, and then pick the stitches up for the gusset. Then I'm able to do that talking to people when I decrease down to my normal amount of stitches. So those are things that I can, I have ready on the needles to get cast on. But other than that, I don't have any more projects. Those are the only, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 5 projects going. A sixth one ready to cake up, but I got some stuff this weekend and I really want to cast on. So let's talk about our acquisitions that we got this past weekend, and we'll talk about what's going on. Okay, so this past weekend, the 27th of April, was local yarn store day, and I decided that I was going to go to Cornbread Honey because I now consider her my local yarn store since we don't really have one where I am located. So I always go over to her shop, and I figured it was her first one. I would go celebrate with her and just spend the day there. And she, of course, you know, I buy my monthly colorway from her, or I'm in her Patreon account or Patreon membership. So I get a monthly colorway. So let's talk about that, and then we will go into what we did when we were there. But my April Patreon is really pretty, guys. I love it. A little subtle of pink and yellow and the green. Really, really like this color. Absolutely love it. So this is my monthly colorway. I have not gotten my monthly colorway from Kimber. It should be coming. I'm not worried about it. We'll get it. When I get it, I'll show you what I have. But yeah, this is what we've got. Really pretty. We've got speckles of pink and yellow and green. I can't wait to see how this knits up. I think it'll be very, very pretty. But my yarn bin's getting a little tall over here. So we were at, so I went to Cornbread Honey on Saturday. And of course she was doing some giveaways and stuff like that. The first 25 people that came into her shop, she gave everybody this little gift bag. And it said, "You are amazing" on the front of it. Little zipper bag, and inside has a little tiny composite book for you to write down for patterns and stuff like that, or just little notes. I thought that was really, really cute. She, of course, gave a pencil with it. If I could get it off. A little pencil with it to be able to write. Actually, I think this might be no, it's an actual pencil. I was going to say, I thought maybe it might be one of those like felt tip ones for iPads and stuff like that. But it's actually pencil. It actually writes. Of course, we got a sticker. You can always never have too many stickers. A really, really pretty skein of yarn. It's a little tiny mini skein. It's a micro mini. There's probably 10 grams in it is all. But that's okay. You know, it'll go for, you know, toes on a sock or whatever. Really cute keychain that says "You are amazing." So you can hang it on your bag or wherever you want to do it. Some bags don't have wristlets. You could put it on the zipper of a bag, and then you now have a handle on your bag. And then the last thing is she got these little macaroons. They are so cute. This is the second one I've got, and she ended up putting inside there a little. So the macaroon opens up. It's a little stitch marker holder. It's a teal macaroon. I just grabbed one of the bags that she gave, and how did I end up with the teal one, you know, of all colors. But a little stitch marker, and it looks like a little knitted square. So I thought that was really, really cute inside there. But yeah, so that's what we got, is the free gift from her for going to her store that day and spending the day with her. So I thought that was really cute to get this little gift bag. And of course, all the stores were running sales. They had a couple of pattern writers that gave coupon codes for a pattern for local yarn store day. So, of course, she ended up dyeing a colorway for local yarn store day. And this is the colorway. And oh my God, when I saw it, I just had to have it. I knew I had to have it. Absolutely love it. The purple, the pink, the teal, and the pattern, if you bought 2 skeins of fingering weight yarn, you got the pattern for free. And I thought, why not? Get a new pattern to do. And the cowl that was there was from Casapinka. It was the 2024 local yarn store cowl. So I ended up picking out another color that would go with this to do for my cowl. And I got this medium teal. Now when I was picking, I was like, well, I automatically went to this one, which I have already, which would look really, really good with this as well. But I was like, well, I have this already, but I have it spoken for. Oops. So I was like, well, I got to get another one. And I thought, maybe I want to go darker with the darker teal. So I got the medium teal. And there's not a lot of the medium teal in here. There's a little bit here and there. So I think this is going to bring that medium teal out by having this colorway in there as well. So these are the 2 colors that I got on local yarn store day. And I'm going to cast on and make the Casapinka cowl that was put out for local yarn store day because I got the pattern for free. And I figure I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to definitely use the pattern and make that. So that's the next thing I'm going to cast on. I'm going to get these caked up so that I can start casting on for that cowl and get that done. I don't know. They say 2 skeins of fingering weight yarn because they want you to alternate. But I don't know when I read the pattern, and I might have just skipped over it, if it says how many yardage you need, so you possibly could do it with 1 skein. I'll let you know. But you might actually really do need 2 skeins depending on the size of the cowl. So we'll see. But that's where I'm at with those. Got those 2 colors and going to get these caked up so that I can cast on my Casapinka cowl for local yarn store day cowl. That is all that I have for acquisitions. It's not that much, but it was a little bit. Trying to keep my yarn to, like I said, a minimum. When I go to yarn stores, I try to only buy a couple skeins. And usually when I go to Cornbread Honey, I have my local or my Patreon that I pick up. And I try not to always buy, but she's dying all the time, guys. You walk in there and there's gorgeous yarn just staring at you saying, take me home. That's all it says to me is take me home. I don't know what I'm going to do with a lot of it, but some of it I have plans for. Like, I have plans for these 2 to make a rocket tee and striping it like I'm doing the other one. And then I'm going to take this little tiny mini skein and he's going to be my I-cord around. So that's going to be the 3rd rocket tee that I put on, unless I find another t-shirt that I absolutely like that I can do with 2 things of fingering weight. But yeah, I'm trying to make myself some t-shirts so that I have some knitted t-shirts to be able to wear different places. And when I go to yarn stores, it's nice to be able to talk about what you're wearing for knit things. And I don't want to just constantly wear the same t-shirt So I really need to look and see what I can do for getting different shirts and different sweaters and stuff like that that are not necessarily easy, but not hard that it's going to take me a long time, because it's, I mean, summer's getting here to be within the next month. We're going to have month and a half, we're going to have summer. And I want to have some of these done to be able to start wearing. Even if I'm making more of them through the summer, I would like to have these 2 that I have started done. I have plans for another cotton one in another rainbow of colors. As soon as I get this one done, I want to be able to start on to the next one. But yeah, I mean, I only have 2 number 5 needles. I'm not getting any more with those cords. 2 rocket tees going at the same time is perfectly fine. I don't need any more. But a lot of the sweaters and stuff that I will be making will be with a number 5 needle and that bigger cord. And I already have 2 of them and they're filled. So it just is by keeping my projects a little bit smaller, so I only have 4 to 5 projects going at a time, it allows me to make me work on the projects that I have. Even though I want to cast on and do more, if I keep working on those projects, I'll get them finished a lot faster. The other day I was in Ravelry, and this is kind of off the subject, but I was in Ravelry looking around, and I clicked on a button in Ravelry, and it says, put in the number of projects you want to get finished this year. And I thought, okay, because I've been trying to really put my projects in Ravelry, and there's not necessarily notes for them, but when I started them and when I'm finishing them, and I try to put a picture of when they're finished so that I have an idea of when I finish things. And I just picked 20. I was like, well, 20 projects would be good for me to finish this year. I don't know if I'll get 20. I already have 14 done from the time from January when I, granted I didn't cast them all on in January, but some of them were cast on from the year before, but I finished them in January, and it's like, oh, I only have 7 more projects that I need to finish. So I might have to go in and change that to make it a little higher. I don't know. But we'll see. I mean, I have 4 projects right here that would make that to only 3. And, and there's definitely going to be more projects than just 3 more. And we're not even in May yet. And I've, got that many done. So it's kind of nice. I didn't realize that feature was in Ravelry to be able to count your projects and to put a number on how many projects you want to get finished in a year to test your knitting skills. But yeah, so that's it for acquisitions. Let's talk about where we are and where we're going to be. Okay, so right now, Tammy's Homesteading Crafts, we are doing a trunk show at Maggie Valley Yarn Company in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. That trunk show started April 27th, local yarn store day, and it is running through May 12th. They have a yarn crawl, and it is the West North Carolina, so WNC yarn crawl. So it's the Western North Carolina yarn crawl that is running from, I believe, May 7th to May 12th. So she is doing a trunk show right through to the end of the yarn crawl for me. I wish she was closer, that I was able to get down there and possibly be in her store on one of the days, but it's not going to happen. It's not close enough for me to get time off to get down there. And but yeah, so if you guys are in the area of Maggie Valley, North Carolina, and want to stop in during that yarn crawl, I have my bags in that yarn crawl, and they're in the store until the 12th of May. So that is where you can find me in North Carolina. If you are in Pennsylvania, I will be at in Edinboro on May 11th at the Mom's Market, and that's in Goodell's Gardens in Edinboro. I will be there for the day for their Mom's Market that they have going on. And that is the only place that I'm going to be in May. Those are the two places I'm going to be in May. In June, we start our leaf monthly, bi-weekly farmers market here locally for me. And I will be at those. That starts the middle of June. But up until then, we don't have anything going on for any of that. So that's where I'm at right now and where I will be for May 11th. I will keep you posted on if we have any new upcoming trunk shows. We do have some coming up end of July into August and then into September. But after that, we don't really have a whole lot of them on the books yet. We are still working at trying to get a few more here and there. But summer is busy for me, and I want to do the shows in the summertime and not necessarily in the wintertime. I don't have a problem shipping bags in the wintertime and doing trunk shows where I don't have to go. Because I have a feeling this year, though, snow is going to get nasty and we are going to have some bad winters. And it's not that I don't like driving in the snow. I don't like driving in the snow. I'm okay hibernating at home in the wintertime if I don't have to go anywhere. If the roads are clear, I do not mind getting out and doing things. But if there's snow where it's possibly freezing rain and slushy and it's just going to be a crappy drive, I just don't want to go. I just want to stay home and not have to do anything. I can sit and knit at home as easily as I can go out and sit and knit at the knit stores and different things like that. But yeah, so we're looking to get into more places for some of the summer months here. But I got to get my butt moving on calling places. I'm just relaxing after having the last couple of weeks being pretty busy and doing all kinds of things, gearing up for making for the 3 shows that I have all at the same time. I have to have time to make the bags for those, and that's going to start doing a lot of sewing the 1st of June for all of that. And I will still be having my local farmers markets along inside there as well. But I'm going to reach out to a couple other places and see if I can't do some summer trunk shows and maybe even some fall and winter trunk shows if they're farther away. There's a couple of yarn crawls that I need to call and see if I can't get to do a trunk show at maybe 1 or 2 of these other yarn stores for the yarn crawls that are out there for the fall. I'm still waiting to hear back on a couple of other places that I have put applications out in. Once I have that information, of course, all of the trunk shows and everything that I'm doing is always on my website. I'm trying to really keep that up to date, so you can always look down below into the show notes, find my website, and look there to see where we are at. There's also a section there where you can find my bags in different stores that actually carry my bags. So yeah, so those are some of the things that I have going on. Not a lot, but that I think is it for today's video. It might have been a long one, guys. I don't know. It's been a while since I'm up here filming. I don't look at the clock. I have no idea until I start editing how long this is really going to be. If I find that I'm yammering, I tend to cut some of it out, but I don't do a whole lot of editing. I just try to let it run. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me. And as always, I will see you on the next one. Bye.